In the heart of a sun-drenched land, where the earth breathed warmth and the wind carried ancient songs, there stood a village called Kipusa. It was a place where round mud huts rested beneath thatched roofs, where children's laughter floated through the air, and where smoke from cooking fires called gently into the sky. At the edge of the village flowed the River Njaro, wide, calm, and patient. The river was more than water. It was life itself. Every morning, the people of Kipusa gathered at the river. Women washed clothes along its banks. Fishermen cast their nets with hope. Children splashed and played, unaware that the river was watching them just as they watched it. For generations, the River Njaro had never failed them. Among the people of Kipusa lived a young woman named Aisha. Her hands shaped clay into vessels of beauty, but her mind shaped dreams far beyond the village paths. She often sat alone by the river, watching reflections ripple across the water, listening for answers only the earth could give. Aisha respected tradition, yet her heart longed for something deeper, a love that would move her spirit the way the river moved the land. Aisha lived with her grandmother, Mama Kunto, the oldest voice in Kipusa. Her words carried the weight of many seasons, and her stories were bridges between the living and the ancestors. She taught Aisha the language of herbs, the power of silence, and the truth that the land always listens. Not far from the river lived Jelani, the drummer whose rhythms shaped the soul of Kipusa. When he played, feet moved without instruction, and hearts remembered joy. His drum spoke of harvests, mourning, celebration, and hope. Yet beneath his confident smile lived a quiet longing for someone who could hear the meaning behind the sound. Aisha and Jelani had grown together like reeds along the riverbank close, yet never touching. They shared smiles, passing glances, and unspoken admiration, but tradition kept their hearts on separate paths. Still, the river watched patiently. Then, one season, the rains did not come. The River Njaro grew thinner, its voice softer. Crops thirsted. Fish disappeared. Fear settled quietly into the village like dust. Beneath the great Mukuyu tree, the people gathered. Chief Akin spoke of balance and responsibility. Mama Kunto spoke of the spirit and a sacred spring high in the Kilele Hills, a place where water never slept. The journey would be long, the task would be heavy, but Kipusa had no other choice. Jelani stepped forward without hesitation. His drum would lead the path. His strength would carry the burden. In his eyes burned devotion not just to the village, but to the land that raised him. Then Aisha spoke. She offered not her feet, but her hands. She would craft vessels strong enough to carry hope itself, gods lighter than stone, yet tougher than fear. As days passed, preparation filled the village. Jelani planned the journey. Aisha shaped the future in clay. And in shared glances and quiet moments, something new began to grow. Slow, steady, and undeniable. One evening, as the sun melted into the horizon, Aisha washed her hands in the river. Jelani stood beside her. No promises were spoken. No words were needed. The river flowed between them, carrying something unspoken toward tomorrow. At dawn, the village gathered. Mama Kunto tied the messenger of hope to Jelani's drum. As the rhythm began and feet turned toward the hills, Aisha watched until the mist swallowed their shapes. The river waited, and so did her heart. The journey to the Kilele Hills was not a walk, it was a battle. As Jelani and his team climbed higher, the air thinned, and the sun burned without mercy. For hours, the only sound was the steady thud of Jelani's drum, a rhythm that pushed tired legs forward and reminded weary hearts why they climbed. When a foot slipped, the drum changed tempo. When doubt crept in, the rhythm grew stronger. Jelani did not command with words. He led with sound, turning exhaustion into endurance. At night, by the fire, Jelani traced the patterns etched into the water gods. They looked like ripples, like the River Njaro itself. He realized then that Aisha had poured more than clay into her work. She had poured her heart. While the men climbed, Kipusa waited. The river shrank further. The earth cracked like broken glass, and whispers of fear moved through the village. Into the village rode a merchant named Zain. Where others saw suffering, he saw opportunity. He brought water, but not mercy. His price was land and a human heart. Fear touched Aisha, but it did not claim her. She stood firm, reminding the village that love and land are not for sale. Kipusa would wait for the sacred spring. For 7 days and 7 nights, Aisha sat by the dry riverbed. She sang the old songs that remembered water. Deep beneath the earth, she felt the echo of a drum answering her prayers. High in the Kilele Hills, Jelani found it, a hidden spring glowing like liquid light, the eye of the earth. As the gods filled, the water stayed cool and pure, protected by Aisha's craft. The return was harder. On a narrow ledge, the earth gave way beneath Jelani's feet. Hanging above the ravine, he protected the water and the drum with everything he had. Love gave him strength where muscles failed. Kipusa heard it before they saw them. A new rhythm, a victorious rhythm, the song of the returning lion. Jelani did not search for leaders. He searched for her. And by the broken riverbank, Aisha stood, hope still alive. Water alone was not enough. Gratitude was required. Drum and dance became prayer. Voices rose. Feet struck earth. Hearts beat as one. Thunder answered. Rain fell first gently. Then in blessing, the river Njaro breathed again. In the rain, Jelani placed a stone shaped by ancient waters into Aisha's hand. River met heart, rhythm met soul, and the village rejoiced. Long after, children sat by a healthy river. Statues of a drummer and a potter stood beneath the Mukuyu tree, a reminder that love, like water, always finds a way.